Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Today we're going to be doing a review of Harley Quinn Season 4, Episode 5. We are slowly catching up. There are currently 8 episodes released as I am filming this. So this is going to be a full review today. Not going to do a quick one. So we start off with ex-Commissioner Gordon trying to rekindle the love of his wife. And they're about to get down and heavy when Nora gives him a call and says, hey, we need a security guard, and then he goes flying and just dips, leaves her there, no problem. Meanwhile, Harley is really trying to become part of the Bat family. Even though she's kind of like a trainee, she ends up getting some laser eye surgery to also get night vision so she doesn't have any issues fighting. Ends up calling Bane. The airport security is asking them, hey, why don't you take off your mask? And then it hangs up. She ends up calling Bane by accident. Calls Ivy. Ends up calling a whole bunch of people. And unfortunately, it just doesn't end up working out for her too well. Nobody picks up. Ivy's doing all of her villain things. Lex Luthor got some plastic surgery. He's actually happy now that Ivy, had a good conversation with Stefan, evil warlord there. And he was like, no, if you look good, that makes me look good, because obviously he is the head of everything, even though Ivy is the head of the Legion of Doom. He then gave Ivy a bunch of Johns for a PR team, which I haven't decided whether or not this is a good thing or a bad thing. Because yes, the PR team is making her look good, but at the same time, she's not really doing anything throughout this episode that she actually wants to do. And it doesn't work out too well. So we have, I think this is Tyler, I want to say. But essentially there's 3, I'm going to call them elementals. So we kind of have like Tyler here that controls, kind of similar to Ivy, controls nature, things along those lines. We have Terra, which I don't know if this is the same Terra from like Teen Titans or a different Terra, but she controls rocks. And then we have person whose name I don't remember. She controls lava. They're trying to do active volcano, they're trying to do earthquakes, they're trying to bring sharks back to Gotham. That way it's kind of doubled because it's good for the environment and it ruins people's summer because there's sharks in the water. And it's just becoming a giant mess. So who picks up Harley finally after the laser eye surgery? It's actually Batgirl's roommate. Saw the phone blowing up and was like, all right, let's go get Harley. And then she was like, kind of weird now that you're doing this when you used to be this badass villain I looked up to, and now you're kind of going hero mode to a certain extent. Meanwhile, all the Tylers are kind of basically running the show. They are the PR team, and they're not really letting Ivy do anything. They're taking pictures of her. They're going to build a statue of her. They got to give her a huge social media presence. And pretty much everything Ivy's working for is being controlled by these 4 dudes. Maybe that's why Lex Luthor gave them to Ivy in the first place. At least that's my guess. Possibility Ivy's going to end up killing them at some point in the future. Wouldn't surprise me. Here's kind of where we learn that Batgirl went missing. We have Ivy on a talk show, just like, spewing vines at people. They're making a show of building the statue for her. It's all kind of weird. Essentially, she's becoming a celebrity, I guess is the best way to describe it. Nothing's really getting done. Meanwhile, Harley's still trying to look for Batgirl. Ivy is now neglecting all of her mentees. And basically, and Frank as well. He's basically ignoring everybody. And they're like, all right, I guess we're doing our own thing. We lost Ivy. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Gordon, his life is sad again. Instead of hanging out with his wife there, he is living at the Legion of Doom. He went full circle too. It's kind of funny because he's kind of like the opposite of Harley. He was straight edge the entire time, and now he's a security guard for the Legion of Doom, where Harley was, evil the entire time, and now she's trying to be good. So, nice little contrast there. I'm sure we'll see him throughout the rest of the episode. Or rest of the season, I should say. I'm sure we'll see. But Harley, I believe, is suppressing her inner villain. So I feel like at some point she may just have to go back to being a villain. That would be my guess, because she almost drove this person right here. I can't remember her name. or is it his name? I'm not really sure, because I know they mentioned something about transitioning, so I don't know here. Their name, we'll go with that. We'll throw a they in there. Almost drove them off the road to their death because she's having like these crazy sleepwalking fits like we saw at the end of last episode, with the kind of a major issue there. So Harley is definitely suppressing some stuff. She then goes, beats up a bunch of the cold villains, and we end up finding out here, we're going to skip past Gordon here, that the reason Batgirl is up there is because Gordon left in such a hurry that he left his wife there, so she had to go up and get him. Then there was a giant snowstorm, and she ended up getting stuck up there, is the gist of it. So here we have Ivy's statue, you know, Ivy's trending, all that fun jazz, neglecting all of her underlings. And then Harley ends up biting a bullet, which apparently means good luck, so she's going to have good luck with something in the future. Not really sure. We end here with Nightwing, like, frozen in a tree, and he just kind of flaps on a fire. So I think he was investigating, trying to figure out where Batgirl was, and then he ended up essentially just essentially frozen, possibly to death. I don't think he's actually, you know, they're not going to kill Nightwing. I highly doubt they're going to kill Nightwing. If they do kill him, well, you know, it is what it is, but I really don't think that they're going to end up killing Nightwing. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. There you have it. There's really not a whole lot to talk about in this episode. I feel like this one was kind of a meh episode, you know, character development in weird places. This one's probably getting like a 6.5 out of 10. It doesn't even earn a 7. I feel like I was maybe a little bored with the episode. Like, I was still invested in certain parts, but other parts I was just like, you know, whatever, I don't really care. Because I don't see where the show is going. The other seasons, you know, they kind of had that end goal, end episode, you know, this is where we're going to end it. But at the same time, this, I don't see that, really. You know, like, what's going to happen with Harley, what's going to happen with Ivy. They haven't even, like, been together in the same episode for a hot minute either. So, you know, I feel like this is hurting their relationship a lot. You know, are they going to break up or something at the end of the season? You know, who the heck knows? Because, I mean, ultimately the show is about Harley, but Ivy, you know, I would say is right up there, too, with the main characters. And we haven't really seen much of Clayface or her old crew. It seems like they kind of just got rid of them for, you know, whatever reason. Maybe they weren't super popular, so they'll, you know, periodically pop up like they have this season, where you see them in an episode or two. But they're not going to be there every single episode anymore. That's just how it's going to happen. You know, Clayface is doing his own thing, King Shark's doing his own thing, and the old crew. We did get to see the hyenas again, so that was kind of neat. Brought back the hyenas. But other than that, really, you know, not a whole. I don't see the end game. Maybe I'll see it in the next episode or two. But I feel like this is something where maybe they're just kind of spitting out ideas and doing it on an episode-by-episode basis, whereas the past seasons was more of a general storyline. Like, I feel like all of this season, you could just pick out any episode you want, watch it, and for the most part, if you're semi-familiar with the characters, you'll generally understand what's happening in the episode and be good to go. I mean, yeah, it's always good to have more backstory from the previous 3 seasons, but I don't feel like it's even necessary with the past couple episodes. So we'll see what happens. You know, I still got 3 episodes to catch up on. Maybe I'll do short reviews, maybe I'll do long reviews. It ultimately depends on what I feel like doing and how much time I have that day to get the reviews in. But yet again, other than that, thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button on the way out, turn on the notification bell, all that fun stuff, like, comment, and as always, have a good one.